This video contains major spoilers for FNAF Security Security Breach.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Fazbear Entertainment would like you to put your hands together for the one, the only, Freddy Fazbear.
FNAF Security Security Breach just recently dropped a couple days ago, and overall, it is amazing. It is probably one of the best, if not the best, FNAF Freddy's games so far. But there's one problem I have with it, and it's the canon ending. I don't know how to say this, but it sucks. Like, the final cutscene is cool and all, but there's one character in it that really is a disappointment. And this character is BurnTrap, which most people know him as Afton, or Glitchtrap, or the third iteration of Springtrap after he was burned, and then burned again, and he gets burned a third time. So I mean, he really isn't doing good. This is 3 for 3 now that he's been burned, but I really have quite a few problems with him, and that's what I'm going to be going over in this video. Why I feel like BurnTrap is a waste of a character, and what I personally would have done different for the final canon night. So, without further ado, let's get in. Before you can access the true boss fight against BurnTrap, you must first activate 10 different generators scattered around the boss area. In this area, you have a ginormous Freddy statue that has been disassembled. Before you go down into the boss area, you encounter the pizzeria that you built in FNAF Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator that was burnt to the ground by Henry at the end of the game. So obviously it's going to be very messed up. This is where the final 2 generators are located, and this is where you gain access to go deeper down into the boss encounter. Once you finally reach the bottom of the staircase leading into the bottom area of the pizzeria, you will fall through a hole in the floor that was covered by some wooden planks. And this is when you finally get a cutscene that shows you BurnTrap coming out of one of the recharge stations that Vanny had put him in after repairing him. BurnTrap's main mechanic in the boss fight is where he will stand in certain rooms, which you can see through the cameras on the main desk in the pizzeria area, and he will try to take control of Glamrock Freddy. You can see him standing in the camera there, and you have to press a button on the camera that he is in to light fire in that room, and that will prompt him to move to a different room. You have to maintain all of this while Glamrock Chica will come down one of the hallways. Roxanne Wolf will come into the office, and you have to get into Glamrock Freddy and use the stun ability to scare her off. And then Montgomery Gator will occasionally crawl through the vent, and you have to close the vent door. All while BurnTrap just stays in the back rooms, never making any moves towards the office, which is honestly a major disappointment, because he has such a scary character design. But throughout the entire boss fight, nothing really dangerous happens. The most dangerous thing is Roxanne Wolf, which is easy to deal with once you know how to fix it. Molten Freddy also makes an appearance in this boss fight, but his only mechanic is to shoot his tentacles up through the pipes in the office, and all you have to do is just not touch them while maneuvering the office, which just gets rid of your movement area, which honestly isn't that difficult to do once you have a certain pattern. The ending, it consists of BurnTrap getting attacked by Molten Freddy, and Glamrock Freddy and Gregory escaping, and the post-credits scene shows Glamrock Freddy and Gregory sitting out in a field watching the sunset. In the start of the boss fight, instead of having you do the generators and just walking around, I would have had a stealth section including either Glamrock Chica or Montgomery Gator, where you have to sneak around them while avoiding security bots and having to turn on the generators. They would not have followed you into the pizzeria, but that is where you can access the final boss fight. The stealth section would be similar to the moondrop section in the early game, where you have to just sneak around and cause distractions to get rid of the animatronics. And Montgomery Gator, you would just have to avoid him while distracting Glamrock Chica. The generators would be more hidden, but still be obvious, unlike in the Moondrop area where you would have to search for a long time. One of the generators would be near the Freddy head or inside of the Freddy head, meaning you would have to search around there and there would be a secret in there showing more backstory on Vanny. Whenever you faced BurnTrap in my version of the fight, you would have to stop him from coming up the hallways and through the vent. You would have to light a fire near where he is in the hallway to stop his progress. This would prompt him to go to either the vent or the other hall. While doing this, at certain points in the fight, he will go to one of the back rooms where he will attempt to control Freddy. You would have to light a fire in that room. During these sections of the fight, this is when the other Glamrock animatronics would have their turn. They would keep their usual techniques they have in the original fight, only Roxanne's mechanic would be more easily explained, telling you to get into the Glamrock Freddy animatronic suit, instead of just saying to hide. Glamrock Chica would also come down the hallway quicker, and would make a sound cue instead of Freddy telling you that she's coming, seeing as he is being taken over by Afton. Montgomery Gator would also come down the vent faster, and you would have to look for his face in the vent hatchway, and that's when you would close the gate. While you were coming down the stairs into this area, you would be able to see Molten Freddy like you do in the base game. This would lead into and tie into the final scene of this boss fight, where Glamrock Freddy and Gregory push BurnTrap into Molten Freddy, which prompts Molten Freddy to attack Afton. This is different from Molten Freddy just straight up attacking BurnTrap out of nowhere like in the base game. This will give it more reason and would give Molten Freddy more of a purpose instead of him just showing up at the end. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and in the comments tell me what you think about my idea for the final fight instead of what we got. And do you agree with me about the final fight? I know for sure I was pretty disappointed in it, as you could tell from this video. But I want to know what you think. Do you think it was good, or were you disappointed just like I was? Now please consider subscribing. Only a small portion of my viewers are subscribed, so if you would subscribe, it would mean the world to me. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.